Unit 1. Big Changes.
In this lesson, you are going to discuss past world events and present effects. Listen for general understanding about historical event. Practice reading with specific purpose. Introduce more vocabulary.
Unit 1. Big Changes. Page 6. 1. Listen and discuss.
The world is constantly going through changes. Look at some important events that have changed the world and affected the lives of many people in modern times. The unification of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. King Abdul Aziz, a gifted leader was responsible for the legendary event that marked the beginning of modern Saudi Arabia. In 1902, he regained Riyadh, beat the city garrison, took the Masmak fortress, and established his headquarters in the city. He expanded Saudi Arabia to include all the Hijaz, Makkah, and Medina, and united all the tribes. On September 23, 1932, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia was officially established with Arabic as the national language and the Holy Quran as its constitution. King Abdul Aziz initiated the building of infrastructure and set Saudi Arabia on the road to modernization.
The United Arab Emirates, UAE. The Federation of the United Arab Emirates, known as UAE, consists of 7 sheikdoms: Abu Dhabi, Ajman, Dubai, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, Sharjah, and Al Quwain. The city of Abu Dhabi in Abu Dhabi is the capital. UAE was officially established in 1971. It came after the discovery of enormous oil reserves in Abu Dhabi in 1958. The UAE dirham, a single national currency, was launched in 1973. The oil revenues, as well as income from other commercial activities, have been used to develop a thriving economy and social infrastructure. Abu Dhabi now hosts its own Grand Prix at Yas Marina Circuit, and Dubai is home to the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa. The space race. The Russians launched the world's first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, on October 4, 1957. Next, Sputnik 2 went up into space on November 3rd. The Americans won the race to land on the moon more than 10 years later, with Apollo 11 on July 20th, 1969. This is one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind, said astronaut Neil Armstrong, the first person to walk on the moon. Sultan Salman Abdulaziz Al Saud flew on STS-51G Discovery in June 1985 as the representative of the Arab Satellite Communications Organization, Arabsat. He was the youngest person to fly on the space shuttle at the age of 28.
The Communications Revolution. The first communications satellite, called Telstar, was launched from Cape Canaveral on July 10, 1962. This marked the start of rapid transmission of TV signals over wide areas. What we take for granted today, satellite television, cellular telephones, wireless and high-speed internet connections, and so forth, were part of science fiction only 40 years ago. Teenagers today are the first real citizens of the digital world. Unlike their parents, they have grown up in a world in which electronic delivery of information and entertainment is natural and more accepted than conventional forms like the newspaper, tape, or film.
Global issues.
Listen carefully and try to guess the meaning of each word.
Global warming, poverty, security, fresh water, economy, endangered species, terrorism, pollution, diseases, unemployment, traffic, globalization, natural disasters, overpopulation. Global warming, poverty, security, fresh water, economy, endangered species, terrorism, pollution, diseases, unemployment, traffic, globalization, natural disasters, overpopulation.
Now, mark the global issue that you think affect us the most. Write a fact for each issue you chose, and an effect for the fact. First, draw 3 columns with the headings: Issue, Fact, Effect. As an example, I would mark global warming as the most issue that affect us. I will write global warming under the issues column. Then I will write a fact about it, which is, since 1870, global sea levels have risen by about 6 inches. Finally, I will write an effect for this fact, which is, rising sea levels will lead to coastal flooding. Quick check. A. Vocabulary. Find each vocabulary word in the text on page 6. Read the words that come before and after that vocabulary word, and then decide which meaning is best for it. Let's read the words together. 1. To affect. 2. To launch. 3. To take for granted. 4. To establish. 5. To host. Let's read the meanings. A. To set up, start. B. To send into space. C. To produce a change. D. To accept as part of life. E. To provide a place for. For example, let's find the word affect. It's right here. Now, let's read the whole sentence. Look at some important events that have changed the world and affected the lives of many people in modern times. Which meaning do you think is best for the word affect? The right answer is C. In the same way, complete this exercise. Read the word, then read the whole sentence. After that, decide which is the best meaning for it. 2. To launch. The right answer is B. To send into space. Number 3. To take for granted. The right answer is D. To accept as part of life. 4. To establish. The right answer is A. To set up, start. 5. To host. The right answer is E. To provide a place for it. B. Comprehension. Answer true or false. First, mark your answers by writing T for true and F for false statement. Then change the false statements to make them true. 1. Sputnik was the name of a Russian spaceship. 2. King Abdulaziz set Saudi Arabia on the road to modernization. 3. At present, the UAE has 10 member states. 4. The UAE dirham came into use in 1963. 5. Digital forms of information are something of the past. Number 1 is true. Number 2 is true. Number 3 is false because UAE has 7 member states. Number 4 is false because the UAE dirham came into use in 1973. Number 5 is false because the digital forms of information are something of the present.
Page 7. 2. Pair work.
Find sentences that are facts in the text you read on page 6. Make questions for those facts in pairs. Ask and answer the questions. See the examples below.
When was the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia established?
It was officially established on September 23, 1932.
What has changed as a result of the discovery of oil reserves in the Emirates?
Revenue from the oil reserves has been used to develop a very successful economy and infrastructure.